Hi, I'm Olda Sorabi from the Civilian Agenda, and we are standing right now outside the United Nations in Geneva, where we are attending the Human Rights Council, and we've just come out from a meeting focusing on Palestine. Joining me here today is a Palestine activist, Adel. Adel, give us a bit of a rundown about what took place in the meeting.
Well, we had a very, very powerful statement by our ambassador replying, to all of the narratives that they've been trying to spin about us, such as, the lies about UNRWA, the lies about human shields. So we replied to all of that. Our ambassador gave a very excellent 6-minute response, and then another one later on that I recommend everybody go watch on UN Web TV. And yeah, so a lot of countries showed their solidarity. Of course, the European countries did emphasize that there needs to be more humanitarian aid going into Gaza. They emphasized that we need to not do a military assault onto Rafah, where 1.3 million Palestinian people are currently displaced, at least, if not more. And yeah, people were showing their solidarity. Some were criticizing, of course, some talking about October 7th and the hostages. And as you know, like we would never be in support of attacking any civilians, regardless of where they're from. But we do have to look at the reality and the sheer number of people dying in Gaza. And, over 100,000 now are either dead or injured. So casualties, over 100,000 casualties, most of them women and children. So we kind of tried to focus on showing the reality, and people clearly supported that.
On the 25th February, we saw the sacrifice that Aaron Bushnell made, really trying to push for the message, leaving us with a message that he will no longer be complicit in this genocide. How did that shift the culture within the room generally? What do you think people have made of that?
Well, unfortunately, in the actual UN so far, I haven't heard anybody referencing to Aaron Bushnell, but I would like to send my highest regards to his family, and I hope that he is resting in peace right now in heaven, as he deserves it for his worthy sacrifice. Self-immolation is an extreme form of protest, as he highlighted, that nobody who isn't brave and fully committed to a cause would do. And so I just really want to send my regards to him and to his family. We are clearly seeing a shift, though, in not just in the UN necessarily, but there are people protesting right now outside the Israeli embassy in Washington, where he self-immolated, and they're burning their, service uniforms. They're, talking about how they can't keep supporting this genocide, sending weapons, sending troops, sending whatever they can, money. We need to, at some point we need an arms embargo on Israel, because I've been saying it for months. That's the only thing that'll get them to stop, is an economic sanctions and a military arms embargo. Because currently, I was working also with the Arms Trade Treaty at the ATT, and a lot of countries are still arming Israel, either directly or indirectly. Some, like Germany, have even increased that funding. So we would really like to see that come down. And I do believe people like Aaron Bushnell highlight the reality that civilians, especially the younger generation, are seeing through the facade. They are seeing through the lies. They're sick of the narratives being spun by the occupying power constantly, the propaganda to delegitimize the Palestinian cause, to make Palestinian civilians seem as worthy targets, to make Palestinian children seem as worthy targets. So I do think that we're seeing a massive cultural change with the younger generation and even the older one, about the Palestinian cause.
Adil, thank you very much.
Thank you.